My name is Nate, and I'm here live in my parents' basement bringing you the latest in pointless internet shows, along with my co-host Einstein, the albino hamster. Although my co-host appears to have pooped in his ball here, I'll be right back. Sorry folks, he can be, a little messy at times. Like I said, my name's Nate, and let me be the first to welcome you to Nate States, as I contemplate news that hopefully all of you can appreciate, even if some of it might be less than great, or perhaps some of you might even just hate. But before my rhymes cause all of you to become irate, let's kick things off with Nate's Interesting 8. First off, a story that's about as stale as the old French fry I found from McDonald's in my back seat last week, Carmelo Anthony. After forcing the Denver McNuggets back up against the wall, Anthony finally got dealt to New York. And while some might be quick to criticize that New York gave up too much, the Nuggets should have tried to sign him. They go trying to label a biggest loser. One thing that gets lost on so many people is that the biggest loser is in fact Knicks fans, who now have one less reason to complain about when their team doesn't win the championship. Sorry. And second up, 12-year-old California girl, Bridget Diablo. Seriously, who names their daughter that? Discovered that 42 out of our 43 presidents all trace back to one common ancestor, John Lackland, King of England from 1199 to 1216. OMG, every single president in a nation founded by people from the motherland of England is a descendant of the King of England. Wahoo! Duh! And who is this one president, you might ask? It's none other than the great number 8, Martin Van Buren. Best known for his role in the Panic of 1841, as well as for sporting the most rockin' sideburns known to man. And up third we have the case of a lawsuit that's almost as pointless as people who wear glasses because they think they make them look smart. Like I said, some whack job is suing P. Diddy for $1 trillion. Brace yourselves while I say it again. $1 trillion. A number that would put the likes of Dr. Evil to shame. Let's just grasp at the sheer enormity of that number, shall we? That is a 1, followed by 12. Count them, 12 zeros. 14 if you want to count the cents. But this lawsuit makes no sense. I mean, a lawsuit like this is just absolutely ludicrous. $1 trillion. That's 10 times more than what the 10 richest men in the world make. Well, it's a really big number. And batting in the cleanup spot, and at number 4, we have cell phones. Apparently, they're good for more than just texting your friends and providing convenient distractions in classes you really don't want to be in. Scientists have found that after just 50 minutes of being on a cell phone, the radiation that it emits is enough to substantially increase the activity in brain cells. So the next time your teacher tells you to put your phone away in class, you can tell her to kindly put away her lesson plan because you're actually trying to learn something for the next 50 minutes. And at number 5. And at 5 we have my absolute least favorite subject of the day, Justin Bieber. More specifically, Justin Bieber's hair. With his new, more mature-looking haircut. Well, I've got news for you. Justin Bieber, you still look like a girl. 6! And at 6, we move from my least favorite to one of my absolute favorites of the day, Mila Kunis. Not only is she absolutely gorgeous, but she's going to be starring in the upcoming Broadway rendition of Wicked. Now, if only they could get Natalie Portman to play the other witch, that's hot. Really hot. I would be all about that. Not saying that it would be a repeat of Black Swan, but it wouldn't hurt to have it be a repeat of Black Swan now, would it? 7! And up at number 7, just when I thought they made an app for everything, apparently I was wrong. Not the first time in my life, not even the second, not even the 417,912th. But they have an app out now for Facebook stalking. The guilty pleasure that far too many of us do and far too few of us admit. You can get updates straight to your phone, iPad, iTouch, or whatever, letting you know whenever Jack and Jill go up a hill, but Jack never comes back because Jill dumped him straight down the other side. Now, whenever that lovely lady that you have your eyes on gets dumped by her jerk face of a boyfriend, you can be the very first to text her the little frowny face asking her if she's okay, so you can get the little /3, letting you know that she is not okay and you indeed are a go. Just as long as that special someone you're trying to get with isn't my sister, because if I find out, I will break every bone in your body. That's 206 broken bones for those of you who can't count. Although actually for me that'd be 208 because I have an extra bone in each of my feet. And last, but certainly not least, at number 8, we've all heard of Toys for Tots, but what about Tokes for Tots? That's right, apparently a 2.5-year-old is using medicinal marijuana as a means of treating the side effects he has from a terrible brain tumor. The one thing I can't get over is how they try and be politically correct throughout the entire video, calling it cannabis. The kid is smoking weed. Although now that I think of it, he's actually eating it in the form of chocolate chip cookies. I'm not trying to be insensitive, I really do feel bad. I love chocolate chip cookies. But I'm sorry, something about that just doesn't feel right with me. I mean, you should have at least ridden your first big wheel before you smoke your first joint. Who doesn't love big wheels? Oh, I'm sorry folks, but it looks like we're about out of time. And by out of time, I mean that my mom just yelled down at me and told me I have to go to bed. Hopefully you guys, don't completely hate this, because I don't like to be hated. I'm actually a very insecure person. I crave other people's attention like an attention-starved teenage girl. But that aside, until next time, in the words of the immortal Ron Burgundy, stay classy, YouTube. He doesn't actually say YouTube. I added it because I felt it was appropriate given the circumstances and the setting. I should really be going, yeah. I just realized I forgot to have my tie on for that last scene. It's okay, I think. I hope.